Hi everyone, this is Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this placemat with a pocket and a coordinating napkin. This is a wonderful gift to give someone. It's also great for yourself. Good for wedding gifts, birthdays, and of course Christmas. So let's get started. For each placemat, you'll use up a little over 3/8 of a yard. So if you're going to make 4, 6, or 8, that gives you an idea of how much fabric you'll need per placemat. You'll need to cut 2 squares that are 14 by 18. Then 2 squares that are 5.5 inches. You'll need a piece of trim. This is some little lace trim that is about 1/2 inch wide, about 6 inches long, and you can get this lace trim at Walmart, those Walmarts that carry fabric, and it's a simplicity lace trim. You'll also need heavy iron-on interfacing. The one that I'm using is Pellon Craft Fuse number 808, which you can get at Walmart, but again, not all Walmarts carry fabric. Use any heavy iron-on interfacing that you like. Bring your 2 fabrics front sides together. Then place your heavy iron-on interfacing on top. Make sure the glue side is going to face down, and you can usually tell because the glue side is usually kind of shiny. So pin all of these layers together. While you're pinning, make sure you leave an opening that's big enough for your hand to go in so that you can turn it front side out later. You're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam around all 4 sides. So you would start here, back stitch a few times, and go all the way around. And when you come to here, you would back stitch a few times. Now I usually put 2 pins right next to each other to indicate that this is where I need to stop. After stitching, then trim a little bit of the fabric off at all corners, because this way it'll make it easier to get your corners to lay a lot flatter. So like I said, go around to all 4 corners and do that. Make sure you don't cut through your stitch line. After you've trimmed your corners, reach in between the 2 fabrics and begin turning it front side out. After turning it front side out, remember to poke at your corners. You can use like a chopstick or maybe the eraser head of a pencil or pen. And then follow your fusing instructions. I usually do my fusing after I stitch because I find that everything seems to turn out better when I do it that way. As you're fusing, turn these edges in here at the opening in 1/4 inch. And continue fusing all over. So read the instructions on your package that comes with your heavy iron-on interfacing. Go ahead and pin this closed, and then after pinning it closed, you're going to stitch about 1/8 inch around all 4 sides. Take your 2 squares for the pocket, bring front sides together. Line up all your edges and then pin. You're going to stitch this just like you did your placemat. You're going to stitch around all 4 sides. Okay, let me finish pinning here. And you're going to leave a small opening. So start here, stitching 1/4 inch, and go all the way around all 4 sides and stop here. Now you want to go back and forth a few times at your start and stop points. After stitching, trim some of the corners off just like you did on the placemat. Then open up your opening here and turn it front side out. After you've turned it front side out, then make sure you poke the corners out just like you did on your placemat. Then press all of your edges and fold your edges in at the opening in 1/4 of an inch. And then pin your opening closed and stitch close to the edge around all 4 edges. Place your trim along one of the edges and wrap it around to the back side. And then on the front side, you're going to stitch up along this top edge, right along here. You can place your pocket either on the right or the left. It's whatever your preference is. I would advise you to place it about 1 inch from the bottom and 1 inch from the side. Then pin it down. And then after you've finished pinning, you want to stitch real close to the edge on just 3 sides. So stitch it along here, down at the bottom, and up along this edge. And I would back stitch a few times along here. I recommend you cut your napkin size anywhere between 18 and 20 inches. This particular one is an 18-inch square. Then on the back side, you're going to fold your edges over 1/4 of an inch and then press with your iron. Fold them again 1/4 of an inch and press it with your iron. Then go to your next side. Fold and press the other 3 edges. After you have pressed all of your edges, then you're going to stitch it down. As you're stitching, you're going to stitch along this edge right here on the back side, and you're going to go all the way to the end and back stitch. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. And this is what your corners look like on the back, and this is what they look like on the front. If you're interested in doing napkins that have a mitered corner on the back side, then click on the link in the upper right-hand corner. For other placemat projects, go to the green screen at the end of this video and click on the links. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. Don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Don't forget to click on the bell and enter your email address so you'll receive email notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is a lot of mayonnaise. See you next time, and happy sewing!